time that we take, the days that we make, I'm always gonna be with you. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us, nothing could measure the kind of strength inside our hearts. It's all connected. We're all together in this love, don't you forget it. We're all connected in this. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us, nothing could measure the kind of strength inside our hearts. It's all connected. We're all together in this love, don't you forget it. We're all connected in this love. We're all connected in this love.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Is that a different game? What is that? Looks like Halo. Alright. New game tonight. We're gonna try this out. So this is gonna be kind of my first foray into a little bit of variety streaming. I don't want to focus completely on Tarkov. I play lots of games, and at a certain point, and sometimes, you know, I feel like we played quite a few games of Tarkov this week, so we're gonna try something a little bit new, and we're gonna try out this new game called Star Siege Dead Zone. This is a studio's kind of, it's actually a studio underneath Hi-Rez. Hi-Rez is a, you probably know them best from the makers of Smite and the somewhat recent re-release of Tribes, kind of an old futuristic first-person shooter that was released quite a few years ago, but I think it has actually gone into, I think they have actually taken it down since. And, you know, they decided to come out with, I guess, a new game inside the Star Siege, or the Tribes genre, because I think Star Siege is actually what, like, the overall universe was called for Tribes. So this is a new game by the, it's not quite the same studio as Tribes, I think. I cannot, let me actually look and make sure, because it's a brand new studio. I think that was created underneath Hi-Rez, and they are Prophecy Games. Prophecy Games, again, they are a subsidiary of Hi-Rez. Hi-Rez is actually a studio that I'm somewhat familiar with, because I played Smite a little bit. I used to play a lot of League of Legends, and Smite was kind of one of the competitors. It's a third-person MOBA versus or third-person kind of over-the-shoulder MOBA versus League's kind of more RTS view, where it's kind of like floating up in the sky. But we're gonna give this game a try, because I played a little bit of it today, and it was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a little bit more arcadey. It's a little bit more run and gunny than Tarkov is, and it's got some potential to kind of be a little bit fun. I don't necessarily know how much. I don't necessarily know how, like, if it's got legs. You know, there's a lot of games in this genre that are trying to make it in the extraction shooter genre, because that's kind of like the big thing right now. Is there's a lot of actually, let me check and make sure the game volume is good. I think it's good. Hopefully it's not too loud whenever we actually start playing. I got it on my TV up above me, and it didn't sound like the ambient noise was drowning me out. But yeah, it's an extraction shooter, right? It's gonna be we're gonna go into a map, we're gonna loot stuff, and we're gonna hopefully get out. There's some PvP. There's actually a decent amount of PvE stuff. You'll see here in a second, but there's kind of like these AI that roam around in the areas. And it's got kind of like that battle royale mechanic where the circle slowly kind of closes in and you start losing areas that you can be in. I think I saw a Twitch streamer, OnePeg, who's kind of like I found him through Tarkov, but he's a little bit of a variety gamer these days. But he actually described it as a lot being kind of like sci-fi Dark and Darker, which look kind of playing it and kind of seeing how the flow of the map feels and stuff. That definitely feels to be the case. But let's kind of go through like what you've got here real quick. So here's kind of like your character loadout and stuff. It's pretty simple, right? This is your stash here on the right. Here's kind of your basic starting stuff. From what I have gathered so far, you always have kind of like this base kit. You'll always kind of have this pistol, a knife, and like this void suit, which is like common like armor. As you kind of notice, there's some rarity things above underneath the names of the guns, and we'll get to that in a second, because I think that's something that I hope they take out, but we'll get to here in a second. But yeah, you've got your weapons, basic stuff. You've got a belt. I think your consumables go here, so your shields, bandages, and I believe your grenades also go here. Ammo, you can see like the icons over the ammo. Like this one's an energy weapon, this one's a kinetic weapon / ballistic weapon. These are kind of like, I think one does more damage to shields, and I think the other one does like just more like, I think like flat damage or something like that. But at least so far, I haven't I played maybe like 20-30 minutes of this today just to kind of figure out acclimate myself just a little bit, but I didn't get too deep into a lot of the mechanics heavy stuff. But you know, 2 types of ammo right now. You can carry both types of ammo. It just fills it into the slot, and you'll reload the guns out of the pools of ammo. Your belt contains your consumables. You have a backpack. I don't know if you can get a bigger backpack. Right now, this is all I got, and it doesn't seem to be a backpack slot. Maybe there is. I don't know. It doesn't really let me select any of these. I'm gonna turn that down just a tad because it's a little loud in my ear. Can you like not? Please? Okay, that's maybe a little too soft. If I like do that, that's okay. We'll deal with that right now. And the different and you've got a backpack, right? All the items you loot and the stuff that you want to bring in goes into here. And then, but you also have the save container. So I don't know how many other extraction games other than Tarkov really have like the save container. But basically, this works very, very similar to the Tarkov secure container, like your gamma pouch or your kappa pouch, alpha or beta pouch. You can put stuff in here that you will carry out of the match, regardless of whether or not you survive, right? So it's kind of like, ooh, you found something really, really good, or just sells well to traders, you know, you can drop them there. Cosmetics, there does appear to be microtransactions in this game, and it's, you know, it is what it is. It's a free game right now. You know, whatever I don't know what the microtransactions are going to be. Right now it seems to be skins in the open beta, but we'll see. Contracts, these are kind of like your these are dailies basically, right? Like these are like the equivalent of tasks in Tarkov that you will get every single day to do, and they give you they give you stuff, they give you credits, or this one gives you credits, this one gives you heavy scrap metal. It says common crafting material. Like I said, I've not gotten too deep into this to know what that looks like. Who knows? Maybe it's just it seems like it's just a click and drag. There's not like, I think the cycle had kind of like this quest hub where you could kind of like walk around and talk to NPCs and stuff like that. This one, it just seems to be all contained in this menu. Like everything's right here. Season, they do have like kind of a season 0 right now. It's not off-brand Tarkov. Okay, maybe it's a little bit off-brand Tarkov. You'll see. Anyway. It's not quite Tarkov. It's got similar. It's got similar overarching themes, but it's a little bit. It's definitely not as like hard. It definitely doesn't feel like as hardcore. Let's see. Yeah, so there's seasonals. Right now, there's like a season 0 for their beta. Apparently, like I don't know how often. It is something different. Hold on. It is something different. It's a little bit more different. It actually feels a little bit more like, to be completely honest with you, it actually kind of feels like Halo with extraction stuff. It's actually kind of fun. I had a little bit of fun playing a couple matches earlier today, and it's definitely like I don't feel as like anxious as with Tarkov. This one's a little bit more arcadey, but still has that like feeling of just like loot and scoot, run towards the end sort of deal. It's kind of neat. But anyway, going back to my train of thought, they do have a season. I don't know kind of like what these, I don't know what happens whenever if you like complete the season in season 0. Like I'm assuming that there's going to be cosmetic stuff that you can earn seasonally, and there's probably going to be like a premium battle pass or whatever, because every single fucking game has a premium battle pass. But at least right now, it just seems like it's just like kind of some rewards. Doesn't seem like terribly great, but sure, whatever, like seasonal quests or whatever. Merchants, these are like the traders. They sell stuff. It seems like now, and this kind of delves into what I have some problems. Oh, okay, so that's how you craft, is you give them to the traders, and they oh, okay. So some of them, so she crafts stuff. Looks like she just crafts like random stuff, and then you can actually just straight up buy stuff from him. Anyway, so this is where I'm having some problems. So this has a tiered loot system, and I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how I feel about whenever games do this. Like, or at least games like an extraction shooter does this. I'm skeptical. Because the Cycle had this problem, where basically if you start from behind with gray or white gear or whatever, or and there's somebody who's just been playing a little bit longer than you, and they have green gear. The green gear is objectively better, like hands down, straight up better than whatever you can afford, right? Like armor, here we go, like +3. So let's see, +1.5 to 3, +1.5 to 3. Yeah, so like, look, it's like, it is straight up better, right? There is nothing that you can do, and because this game is, I think it's meant to be a little bit more approachable and a little bit more accessible. It is like, it's not like there's like a face hitbox. At least so far, there's not like a face hitbox that you can just tap with whatever ammo that you can find, or with like a pistol, and then they just die. It looks like there are straight up like stat bonuses to wearing some of this armor, and it gives you like a demonstrative advantage, like not just like you're just gonna like, because it does somewhat exist in Tarkov. Whitey, I am reading the Discord. I see you in here, you asshole. Yeah, there's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how much more +9 to 12 health is versus, like +1 to 5, like 1.5 to 3. I don't really know like how much more extra that is. Hopefully they don't have the same problem as Frontier, because in Cycle Frontier, it said is if you have like blue gear and the other guy has green gear or white gear, you're not going to be able to kill him. There's no way for you to. Like the numbers just straight up do not work in a way to where you will kill him. Like he'd basically have to be standing still and not doing anything. In Tarkov, it's a little bit different, because in Tarkov, you can get killed by very, very basic shit. In fact, it's kind of designed to be to where anything is deadly. Almost every single bullet that hits you in the eyes will kill you. Actually, I think every single bullet that hits you in the eyes will kill you. Every single thing that hits you in the jaw will kill you, at least right now. So, but we'll see. You know, we'll see how they kind of decide to balance and close the gap between new and old players. Something I kind of we're gonna go and get into a match here, but something I do like, Whitey, if you're still watching and you haven't cheesed it, there's a squad and there's a solo play. I think this is really cool. I wish more games would do this. Just allow me to solo queue, to where I don't have to worry about teams. It's just, you know, it's just singles. Yeah, I mean, the aesthetic is a little bit, is definitely like, the aesthetic is like, as soon as I saw the aesthetic, I was like, that's Halo guy. Like, that's John Halo, right? Like, which is, a lot of people, you know, to anyone who's played Tribes kind of had like, a lot of people called Tribes kind of the proto Halo, because it had the kind of similar kind of chunky military exosuit. Part of the fun in Tarkov is not knowing how many dudes just heard you take a step. A little bit. And so far, another cool thing is the maps are relatively, they seem relatively simple so far. It's like, I don't know if they're procedurally generated or like how the map generation works, but it's like, it's basically like square room combined with like, there's a hallway and then square room. You'll see here in a second. But yeah, so like if you're looking, everything kind of generates in squares up in that mini map in the left-hand corner. Everything kind of generates in squares. The performance, by the way, is a little spotty. It is still in beta, so, you know, bear in mind that you're gonna have some hiccups with beta games. They're always gonna be a little bit less optimized, because that's not really like, right now it's still in design phase, obviously. Yeah, I'm dropping into like, yeah, there you go. So this is the AI that kind of chase after you. And the audio is pretty good. Like right there, you can kind of hear the guy kind of like walking towards me. Aim's still a little bit funky. The aiming definitely, it's like, it's a little bit more casual. Let me see if I can like kind of hip fire. As you can see, like there's not a whole lot of recoil. Like I'm not controlling the recoil at all. Uh-oh. There's no like lean peeking or anything. You also get abilities. So like if you look in the bottom right corner, you can see like there's a flashlight that kind of pulls up my menu, and then there's like kind of this scan feature where I can press Q and it scans in front of me to see if like there's enemies. I think I hear players. Yeah, like as you can see, there's not a whole lot of recoil to the guns. Okay, so we don't really want to shoot that guy. I just got scanned. Yep, see, so he's got just like a straight up different gun than me. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Oh. Yeah, he shot that barrel. Yeah, so like he just straight up has like he just out DPSs me. And the movement isn't quite... So the movement, if you could kind of see some of it there, it's a little chunky. Like you kind of, I definitely feel like I'm moving very similar to how like you move in Halo right now, but like a little chunkier. Like you can hear your heavy footsteps. The aiming is a little bit there. I'm actually gonna turn up my. I'm gonna turn down my graphics a little bit because I think one of the problems is it feels like. Turn this up a tad. I think one of the problems is like the performance hasn't been ironed out yet, so you have kind of some pretty heavy frame drop, just because it's an unoptimized game. The game doesn't look bad, by the way. I don't know what engine this is using, but it looks decent. Like it looks decent with regards to like the texture work and like the lighting and stuff. It's a little bit kind of derelict sci-fi look. But yeah, I mean, like, so it's a little bit more solo friendly, at least in that, like, you can queue in as a solo versus and like not have to know that you are fighting other solos. You're not just fighting a squad. And it's been pretty nice so far. I mean, like I said, I've not been third partied. It does seem like there's definitely, you know, I think at the bottom it had like a kind of a player count. Oh, that's so much smoother. That's so much smoother. And it doesn't even look like that badly from... Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot in terms of movement though. Like there's no knee slides. It's like strafe back and forth. You know, you have like a mount. Jumping is chunky. Like that's the jump. It is a little chunky. And I don't know. I think that is to punish somebody trying to like bunny hop or like jump around like madmen, like which happens a lot. What happened a lot and happens a lot in like Halo. Like it's kind of like a Halo approach to it. I think in Halo, like you have a very floaty jump, because they don't want to. They don't want you to jump around like a madman. Looting pretty easy. You know, you open it, and then you just right click and it drops it into your inventory. I don't like this grenade setting. I kind of wish I could press G and it just pulls out my selected grenade. Like I have to kind of pull this map out. I don't know, maybe there's a hotkey that I can press or something, but at least right now I definitely I've just been pressing C and like selecting my grenade. Doors are interesting. Like it's like you kind of like in order to open doors you have to come up here, and it seems like everything is like it's all it seems like everything, like the whole idea is like increasing this tension because like you have to like stand and kind of like look at the thing that you're trying to do for a certain amount of time in order for it to finish what it is you're doing. There's also this kind of stuff, right? Like this, I think this is really interesting that it's almost like a Dead Space. Like it's kind of this weird sci-fi horror, right? Like these things are like just broke out of those tanks and then start charging you and like yell at you and stuff. I haven't found anything too dangerous. Like I haven't found any like super dangerous. Like they're definitely not like the scavs in Tarkov. Like they seem to be very, at least so far. Like right, like right there. Like it's not like he charged me or just like blew my head off like a scav in Tarkov. I found a couple weapons as well. Like I think I found like a sniper rifle, and then I haven't found really an automatic gun yet. Sniper rifle is kind of fun. It reminded me a lot of the beam rifle from Halo. The thing is I don't really know, like, so there is a tutorial to this game. The problem is like I had to like leave the tutorial because like I wanted to restart the game because it was like kind of hitchy, and the game was kind of hitchy, so I quit out of the game, but I can't find an option to let me redo the tutorial, which kind of sucks. Ooh, this ergo is kind of the ADS speed is a little slow. I don't know if this is a heavy MG or what. Okay, so if you can look there in the top left corner, that thing. I think this is an interesting mechanic. So this is like battle royales or Dark and Darker, where kind of like I think like the ship is slowly falling apart, and you're supposed to be kind of like moving towards, it's trying to push you into a smaller and smaller area. I'm assuming to both encourage players to fight each other, and also to like the extract is probably like in the center of the area. Move that scrap into my butt. Oh. Again, I think all loot's color coded, so like, get stuff like that. Oh my god, that sucked. I feel like yeah, the TTK is also like very long. It's very, very long. Maybe it gets shorter depending on what gun you're using, but it's like, it definitely feels like it's taking forever to kill players whenever I find them. That's neat. I got another ability. I don't know if that's better or not. I do want to do this. So there you go, right? I don't really have any other good guns yet, so I don't want to go again. But so far, I mean, kind of an interesting, it's different, right? And it's at least like, the aesthetic is really cool. I really like, because I've always liked, I like Tribes whenever you could still play it. Tribes was kind of a fun little like kind of arcadey shooter. A lot of it was like about kind of equipping different mech suits and having these different mech suits that have different abilities and different styles of play. So you kind of use that to kind of jump around, jump around on these gigantic maps. And this one, it shares the aesthetic. I don't know how much actual Tribes that you'll be playing, like Tribe style gameplay you'll actually be you'll actually have on it, just because, you know, it's definitely not a fast-paced shooter. There's also I'm also not sure if I'm like doing something wrong. Like, I don't know how the combat really works, because there's no like leaning or anything. It definitely feels like you're, I don't really know how you're, like, is it just purely all based on your loot? There's not a whole lot of movement options. It's definitely not anything like that. This thing's running at me. Maybe it's ability based. I don't know. Maybe some of it's a little bit ability based. Golden. Neat. Damage boost. Okay, so I can pop that damage boost. So it's kind of like just mini buffs. It's kind of neat. Sorry, I'm also trying to get used to a new setup. I got a new I got kind of like this new thing to hold my tower in, my PC tower, to make more room on my desk. And I spread my mouse and keyboard out a little bit, and I'm using kind of like spread out across the L-shaped desk, and it's a little bit it's a little bit weird, but I don't know. I feel like it kind of helps me stand up, like kind of sit up straight a little bit better, and kind of lean back and be able to look at my monitor, because you know, I don't want to get in the habit of like leaning down into my monitor. Really bad for your back. Oh. Don't like that. So that's kinetic. Common valuable. You can't put weapons in your butt. I guess I'll put that in there. I don't really know what that does. There's also a kill feed if you look on the right. It definitely feels like it's striking the balance between like battle royale and extraction shooter, which is kind of neat. It's system inactive. Oh, that must be. I wonder if that's respawn points. Also got this hand cannon, looks kind of neat. I'm moving backwards. And I don't know if there's like a map that I can pull up. Doesn't look like there is. There might be a hotkey for it, but at least right now I've not been able to figure out if there's a map. Like I said, and it's just been kind of like I haven't really made it out of a I don't know if they call them raids in this. There's a player over there. Oh shit. They just alright. I'm not going that way. So it looks like there's not even like a chance for you to kind of like run out of the zone. It just looks like once it kind of like marks an area to be destroyed, it just destroys the area and you just, you know, float off into space. He's over there. Come on. Okay. Seems like healing and shields are supposed to kind of take a lot. Kind of don't want to stick around too much. Don't know if this is like, is this the final? Oh, is this the extract? Okay, neat. Is this the extract? I don't wanna. Is there any good loot here? Or do I need to leave? I might need to leave. Okay, we're gonna get greedy. Okay, we're gonna leave now. assuming this means that this is the extract. Okay, neat. So this is the extract. Alright, we're gonna loot again. Come here. Which one's more valuable? I don't want that. Okay. Alright, let's leave now. Hooray, I won my first map. Okay, cool. What was I say? Okay, sick. Alright. But yeah, there you go. I just won my first map. That's kind of fun. I think it definitely seems to reward patience a little bit more. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of neat. I'm kind of digging it. Sick. Silenced pistol. Unload. Increase scanner duration. Please. Let's do that. Okay. So you can keep grenades and stuff in there too. Neat. All right, now that we're a little bit more kitted, let's do this. I kind of wanna crafting. Recoil dampener. Okay. We just buy stuff. Can we just buy stuff? So, do I want to just sell these valuables? What that is. Yeah, so do I want to sell the valuables? I'm sure I do. Common valuable. I'm assuming I do. Doesn't seem to be any reason for me not to. I don't know if I would, I don't know like really what the use for that for is, but we'll go with it. Armor and stuff seems to be expensive. That's because that's taking up quite a bit. At least the weapons, for the most part, it's just like mod slots, it seems. I don't know. Anyway, go again. It's fun. It's got decent bones, though. I like the it being kind of a little bit more up close and personal. I think one of the cool, well, it sets its identity a little bit. It's a little bit more up close and personal, but it's still guns. At least the map that I played in the cycle, it was what was it? It was kind of like a big, like it was like alien world, like lush vegetation, but it was all outside. And there's some POIs that let you go, that like took you inside, but they were not really that. It was pretty long range, like medium to long range engagements for the most part. Like I wasn't doing that much. Like you definitely weren't doing as much like CQC as something like in this or in Dark and Darker, because Dark and Darker is all melee. Like basically it's like medieval. It's like Diablo but an extraction shooter. Which is funny because Diablo 4 has an extraction mechanic, but this definitely, I think this is a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit, there are sniper rifles and stuff, and it seems like there might be some lanes that are kind of like you can kind of look down to snipe down, but for the most part it definitely seems like it's supposed to be a little bit more closed in. I don't know if there's any matchmaking. I don't know if like maybe like it tries to match you based on like time played or anything like that. Like, oh god, these guys have got like like automatic rifles and stuff. I'm scared. I don't know how important it is to like loot and scoot. It does seem like it does seem like the circle kind of comes in pretty quickly. So matches are pretty quick as well. So it definitely seems like you're incentivized to move a little bit faster. It's a shotgun. Neat. Okay, so you can max out ammo. There doesn't seem to be a weight system. Double barrel. Doesn't seem to be a weight system or anything like that, so you know I don't think you have to worry. Like, definitely not the same thing as like in Tarkov, where like you get a whole bunch of loot and then it you kind of just you move real slow. Oh, this shotgun's kind of nice. Oh, yeah. Me like it. Oh, yeah. I like it. Givey. More. I don't know if that's a player or not. It doesn't sound like a player. So that's kind of an interesting thing, too, is like that. Like, this right here is really neat. How it kind of plays with visibility. It feels almost like Alien. Where like you can like hear them and you know that they're around, but you can't quite see them through like kind of this mist and this fog. It's kind of neat. It's nice and it's a little bit more atmospheric. Definitely nailed it. Okay, I just died. He was just sitting up there. That sucked. Oh, I lost that revolver. Should have put something in my butt. Finish that contract though. So do I lose? I think I probably lose those gloves, right? I have to have lost those gloves. Oh, neat. You keep. Oh. Huh. Okay. It's kind of cool. You're almost encouraged to like not use stuff until you kind of max that out. Okay. He stashes by leveling up. Okay. Oh, take that out. I think I'm actually gonna do this. Whoops. No, 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 no. Oh, they're actually calling it an alpha playtest. Reduce buy-sell issues, improve matchmaking logic. Okay, so there is matchmaking. There is matchmaking in the, or MMR in this. Poor loot clubs, mission level already, improved weapon registration for kinetic weapons. Okay. There's a couple things in the UI that I'm kind of interested in. Like right here, this mission cost. I think this is really, I'm not like, I'm not too keen on what that might mean. I don't know if that's like ranked points and like that's supposed to tell you like, that's supposed to kind of match you inside of that skill level. Obviously, Tarkov does not have like the matchmaking in that one is, are there other players? It doesn't ask like, hey, what's their KD? In some cases, it doesn't even like, hey, do you have good ping matched up against these guys? Does not care about any of that. If you get fucked, you get fucked. Oh god. Scare the shit out of me at first. Whoops. This does more damage against high cybrids. That one does headshot multiplier. I kind of wonder if there's like supposed to be a story to this. I'm interested in knowing that. The spawns also seem to be like, you seem to be spawned pretty far out from each other. I don't think there's not seem to be. Wait. What does this do? This is loot? I hate it here. Wait. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be like, again, like I think this is missing like kind of, I would like to see some sort of like advanced movement or something. Either like if it's gonna be this chunky, I almost feel like if they want to kind of, I'd almost want them to see, or I'd almost want to see like a lean mechanic, because the movement's chunky enough, and like I wonder if there's head glitches. I wonder if like the gun, if the, like your guns are pretty accurate, so I feel like even just adding like a lean peak would kind of change a lot of the gameplay dynamic. It's kind of just, it's really not that like, because it's pretty, in terms of like the gunplay feels okay. Like the guns, everything definitely feels like it has impact and kind of like has a nice chunk to it, just like the movement. But there's just not quite. Not quite there. Oh my god, that sucked. Whee! It's kind of neat. I didn't find another gun. I'm just gonna run this way. That's a player over there. Come on, yeah, he's gonna see. That's one of the things that I think will have a problem with this game is that like, if they just have a bigger gun than you, there's not, you numerically almost can't kill them. Like I weaken that guy so much, and then Like, he just, numbers wise, he just kills me. I think we got another quest done though, which is nice. Sick. What is that? Minigun. Ooh. I can put more stuff in my butt. Oh my god. Stop doing that. Matchmaking times are quick too. I don't know, that could be just because there's a lot of people playing this, probably checking it out. Let me look at my controls. Strafe, crouch toggle. Yeah, it's pretty rudimentary controls. Definitely tries to favor easy to pick up. I definitely feel like I need to be slowing down and looting a little bit more. I feel like every single person I'm running into, for the most part, is like... they've got, like, another gun besides just a rinky-dink pistol. I'm just getting smoked every single time I run into them. I'm going to assume that a meteorite sample is worth more. Whee! Damage boost. So I guess I should probably be using that damage boost basically every single time I get into a fight, right? Seems like it would make sense. Because otherwise I'm just gonna die with it on me. What's that? Oh. First I thought it was like a mod. A weapon mod. Okay, I think I wrap back around. Can I open that? No, I already opened it.
There's another guy here. Come here. Ooh, SMG? DMR? Shotgun? I like it. Oh, I like this one too. Yeah, it definitely seems like you want to, like, it's use it or lose it sort of deal. Like, you don't want to screw around not using your abilities. I think it's kind of interesting that you are not, like, it's not intended peek. Alright, we're getting the hell up. I don't know if I wiped out that lobby or what, but we're getting the fuck out of here. Woo! The two-piece du jour, Whitey. I don't know, Corey. I've like, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm having a little bit of fun, and it's in alpha right now. I don't know how long this is gonna be around, so I'm kind of intrigued in playing this for a little bit and seeing how long it holds my interest. That was a really fun fight. Okay, so I'm gonna retract what I said about the movement stuff. I think just like Halo, like, the movement is deceptively easy. It seems like there's definitely room for... There's definitely some room for, like some skill there of just, like, kind of, like, juking back and forth sort of deal. EMP rifle. I'm gonna take this pulse shotgun. That SMG was so much fun. I'm gonna use that SMG again. Yeah, I'm assuming that I just sell these. There's no... It just says common valuable. And this game does not really seem like the type of game where it's gonna be like, should have kept that. I do wish there was a self, like a quick self, or like a sort feature. That is a little bit... that can get probably a little bit annoying. Just like a quick sell all my valuables and stuff. I don't, unless there's like a reason why they don't have, like, maybe like you need to keep it for tasks or something, but I don't see any reason why it needs to be so far. Okay, so it does look like the matchmaking system relies on you collecting dog tags. Seems like whenever you collect dog tags, you get you kind of like, you upgrade, like, your rank or whatever. This rating here seems to go up. I guess that's what that mission cost is that, like, as you go up in matchmaking rank, then you start having to spend, I guess, kind of like Apex. Is that what Apex does, Whitey? Where you like I I guess you're almost like paying in your ranked points in order to play the match. I don't know if you're still in here. My live chat is, my participants list is not really updated. Oop. She keeps calling it off-brand Tarkov. It's not off-brand Tarkov. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, and it looks like it's very similar the same way. It's basically like it definitely seems to reward killing players to increase your kind of like matchmaking rating. I don't, you know what? If we extract again, we should see, because I was at 108 there. I'm wondering if, do I have to kill players in order to raise that? That would make sense, right? Like if you're PvPing a lot, then that has to go up, because survival doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good PvPer. I would imagine. That's my assumption anyway. Oh, it's a ping system too, by the way. Auto pistol. Engineering 4. So this is an interesting thing too. It seems like there might be like skills that you can level up. Kind of similar to I hope it's not the exact same thing as Tarkov, because the Tarkov skill system definitely has some problems. And the shooting, like I said, the shooting feels pretty good for it being pretty rudimentary. Like, definitely kind of like a lot more of a Halo style shooter. There's just not a whole lot of recoil. There's not a whole lot of, not a whole lot of fancy stuff. No like overhead fire or anything. See, that doesn't sound like... Okay, it's just encrypted. Okay. I just saw that screenshot, Whitey. Someone's a Tarkov enjoyer. Yeah, like the recoil in this, like, I don't know if you're still watching, Whitey, like the recoil is almost not there. Like, I'm not really controlling. That's just following. What does this do? Oh, okay. I think I hit one of those earlier whenever I was like still kind of exploring the game. So that way's... I wonder if... Should I just sit in here? I think I made it to the center. Oh, there's a player box here. I hit E. I have no idea. How did that... I feel like he killed me so quickly. I probably should have just disengaged out. I was in a really, really bad place. That SMG was a lot of fun, though. Oh, I still have another SMG. Sick. So it's interesting because they said that, like, it said that you don't lose armor. So can I just go ahead and buy a helmet? Progression. Yeah, okay. Seems like a no-brainer to buy some of these. Masteries. I wonder how you do masteries. Hologram decoy. Phase shift. Definitely do that hologram decoy. I wonder where you find these, like, items there. Like those recoil dampeners. Oh, sick. Okay, so I can go and create stuff. Neat. Hand cannon, heavy axe, minigun. Cool. Spin fuser. Oh, I remember this gun. Auto pistol. It seems pretty cheap too. It seems like as long as you just, like, you put some stuff in your ass every once in a while, then you'll always be able to have access to stuff. And I think it's cool that that, like, so Marauders does this too, where you always have access to a kit. Like, it may be a shit kit, but it is still like a kit. Tarkov doesn't really do that. And the only way Tarkov really does it is, like, if you make it out of a scab, you can use that scab stuff and just move it onto your PMC. I wonder if this is PC only. This does seem like a very casual... Oh, I have no ammo for this. This doesn't seem like a very casual... It's definitely a very, like, casual feeling extraction shooter. I wonder what the story of this actually is. It seems like there'd be like there's eventually gonna... Put like a story in this to kind of guide you along. Right now, it would just seem like why am I here? Like, why am I on this slowly disintegrating ship? They shoot back. Also hit marker noises. I always laugh whenever there's games with like hit marker noises. I feel like they're kind of silly. Okay. Take it. Okay. Ooh. Player came this way. Damn it, I wasted that damage up too. That sucks. I thought that was a player. There's a player down there. Oh my god. I was in the middle of a reload. So you can't reload during that animation. Interesting. Can I sell this? Since I'm not gonna use it? Okay, I can. Ooh. Okay, so you can get ammo. shift, drag. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Let's do that then. Ooh, excuse me. I wanted to default to just me. Very similar. Like I think once you start getting like actual gear, the TTK definitely. I think the TTK favors that of something like a like Apex. Once you start getting gear, which makes sense. Why do you, I didn't realize, I just didn't think about it because you sent that screenshot. You're probably playing. If you want, we can, you can squad up if you've already got it downloaded. I'd be down to play that. I don't know if I'll be on as late as I normally am, but I'd like to play this it's probably what we'll play for the night. Still trying to figure out like how I want to do like a schedule. Like I know that like, you know, Tarkov right now is gonna be mostly labs practice and like helping other people with taxes and stuff, and there's not Jordan's out of town, so I'm probably not gonna do that much tasking or not that much labs practice. EMP grenade. Oh, this seems fast. What does this do? Oh. That's bright. Did it light up in the entire room? I think it did. Which one's better? 23, 15, 6, fire rate 0.05, 0.08. I feel like this will probably be better, right? Cyclic rate's probably a lot faster. Seems like larger mag. It's yeah, because of the damage bonus thing. I think you get it per mag, like for one mag. So I think you definitely want to keep it for a larger mag. Oh, that has travel time. Uh-oh. Somebody just scanned from that way. Ooh. That was nuts. Get the hell out. That was really fun. Just like in Tarkov, you don't make any noise you don't make any noise doing that crab walking stuff. That's pretty nuts. I'm starting to get like Tarkov again. I've got all this shit already. I haven't even been playing this game for that long. Alright. Guess we go back in. Kind of fun. I like this. This is kind of like a neat... This is a neat little thing. How do you do I wonder how you use the modding system. 2%+2%. Oh, okay. It just has straight up has like a mod. Interesting. It is interesting that the armor doesn't get lost on death, though. I think that's kind of... That is a neat decision. I should go ahead and just buy some of these. Yeah, I think that'll be a neat... That's a neat little mechanic, I think, is that... because I think that means that you like, especially if you, I guess that's one way that they can balance it out is that like if you, because if you're equipping lots of like better and better armor and better guns, you're eventually gonna rise. Like you're getting higher tiers of loot, so you're eventually gonna rise up naturally inside of the MMR system. So you will naturally get matched up against other people who are also have good stuff. So ostensibly, it will kind of like the problem will kind of solve itself. Which is neat. I kind of like, you know, that's an interesting way to solve that particular balancing problem. I'll probably do this one last one, and then I'll end the stream because I think I want to play with Whitey and Venom, but I don't want to make them watch, or I don't want to put them on stream if they don't want to be on stream. It's really interesting. I switched over from... So I used to have a Corsair mouse with 3 buttons on the side to... And one of them I always bound to my crouch. I used basically that same... I think it was an M65. I used that for the longest time. And for the longest time, I could not... I basically was stuck on that mouse. I just couldn't like... get off of it because I'd gotten so used to binding stuff onto that mouse in that way. But I moved over to Logitech Ultralight Pro, and it's only 2 buttons on the side, but now I can't ever think about going back. Like, this thing is so light, and it is like, it's just so easy to use. It's hard to think about ever using anything else. I feel like... Star Siege Dead Zone, I think is what it's called. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Star Siege Dead Zone, I think. So I think another thing though is I don't know, this may be intentional. So my, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Well, this is scary. I think that must be a player spawn. No, I've seen plenty of players. I've actually killed a couple. There's like 31,000. I think there's like 31,000 players right now. Somebody behind me. Too much damage. All right. I think that was my last one for the stream. I'm going to stop it there. And, but yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I like it so far. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like a nice little break. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a variety Tuesday, like we'll do a variety game once a week or something, just to kind of change things up a bit. I don't want to I know that like I primarily want to do like educational content for Tarkov, but I also want to play other games just because I like games. I like playing other stuff. Thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out. I'm going to give you a little bit of music before I end the stream. So you guys have a good rest of the night. Bye now.